Hello, my friends. I'm Bee, and this is Bee's Intuition. And today we're going to do a reading. I think what would be a nice topic is what is the universe preparing for you? Or what is the next surprise from the universe, pretty much. And I mean this in a positive light. Obviously, we'll see what comes out, but that's the idea, anyways. Okay, so let's just dive right into it, okay? Please and thank you, Spirit. What has the universe in store? Or, Spirit, the universe, the powers that be that are unseen. What is in store for the collective? Next surprise from the universe, please and thank you. Next surprise from the universe for the collective, please and thank you. That seems like a lot. But I like a challenge. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyways. Oh my gosh. And also could just be that the universe is preparing a lot for you. That's why so many came out potentially. We will see. Okay, I'll just go and show you what came out. So, we have the Four of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Three of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Okay. The Magician card. Okay. Three of Cups. Death card. Seven of Swords. Six of Swords. The Devil. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. So, this is interesting. I really rarely ever get this message from the Four of Swords, but this could have something to do with like a break or a vacation. I don't know why that's coming through, but that's something that's popping into my mind right now. There could be an unexpected like vacation or time off, but in a positive way. Time for you to actually take care of yourself or something. There could just be a period of time too in which you choose to, self-care a little bit heavier during that time. I also think that this time of year is really good for self-care because it's so hard to adjust to the seasonal changes and, seasonal depression, all of that. So definitely take good care of yourself in general. During this time, I would suggest, but do what you need to do. Seven of Pentacles, I feel like there's something growing here and it could take off soon. Three of Pentacles, I think that you're going to be working with others in some capacity in a positive way. Two of Cups, there could be some sort of romance on the horizon, or maybe you're just strengthening your current relationship. Magician, you're definitely manifesting something. Three of Cups, something with friends, hanging out with friends. Death card, there's some sort of transformation going on. Seven of Swords, this could be somebody trying to be sneaky, or it could be so many things. I'm not going to say anything too specific on this because we're going to be clarifying. Six of Swords, I think you're actually moving away from the more toxic energies. The Devil card, you probably have realized where the toxic energies lie in your life, and so I feel like you're moving away from those things. With the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I think that something about your creative endeavors or like the projects you've been working on, the stuff that you've really been putting a lot of energy and effort into, I feel like is going to pay off in some way. Yeah, okay, let's just start clarifying. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for that Four of Swords? Please and thank you. As to what the universe has as a surprise for the collective. Please and thank you. Next surprise from the universe to the collective. Please and thank you, Spirit. Four of Swords. Okay. Okay, this is really interesting. So clarifying that Four of Swords, we have the Tower card, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups. So something is actually So if I'm going with the original train of thought that I had, unexpected like time off to take care of yourself, that could be what the Tower card is um, showing, like something very not expected, unexpected, that suddenly happens out of nowhere. But I'm also getting that, like, when you're in this relaxed state of taking care of yourself, something could come in to shake things up. Also, there is something I feel like about being kind of in solitude, potentially. And then maybe something kind of makes you more social all of a sudden. Like, something definitely intense is happening, but it feels really positive with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Cups here. Honestly, it could be like a sudden new beginning in passion. So maybe that's a passion project. Maybe you get inspiration through taking care of yourself. It allows you to like become more creative, come up with more ideas. But it also could be like you're maybe attracted to somebody or somebody's attracted to you. And this could be coming out of nowhere. I'm not sure if this is your energy or that person's energy. I feel more inclined to say your energy just because, like, I feel like you're gonna be in a very loving mode, especially after you take some time to care for yourself. I think that, yeah, we are the most loving, the most caring when we take good care of ourselves, at least in my own experience. So, could be that you're very attractive too, especially after taking good care of yourself. Like, say you decide to re-dye your hair or dye your roots, and for some reason that just like gives you a little bit more confidence, or maybe people like notice that you did something different with your hair and they're like, oh wow, that looks nice or something. Doesn't have to be that necessarily, but like, could even be a little trim, like, you just like freshen up your little, get those dead ends cut off, and maybe it's not even that big of a difference, but for whatever reason people are like, oh wow, you've been taking care of yourself in some way, I can tell. And so it could be like that energy of like self-love, and it could be attracting love because it's like that frequency of love. Also, like the Tower card and the Queen of Cups, like maybe you almost don't even see how taking care of yourself or taking time out to care for yourself, it will like really significantly impact how others see you, perceive you, and it could definitely allow in more blessings for you, because it almost feels like it's unexpected blessings or something, or maybe an unexpected new beginning. Also, bottom of the deck here, bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. So this is quite interesting too, that we had the Queen of Cups pop out and the High Priestess here. They're both indicating water signs, but I also am just seeing that as like maybe you being in a very emotional place, not necessarily in a bad way at all, actually. Like, if you've been in a sort of turbulent emotional space for a while, you may feel like you're coming into a time of your emotions maybe balancing out, steadying themselves. Also, maybe something to do with the phases of the moon. I know we had a full moon not too long ago, so maybe you're still kind of feeling that sort of energy, or maybe since the moon's starting to shift, maybe you're starting to feel some sort of alleviation of like maybe stress or heavier emotions, maybe like those are maybe subsiding. Also, after taking some time for yourself, something about finding wisdom within yourself or within, like the Four of Swords sometimes strikes me as like the knowledge that comes through silence. So, like through taking care of yourself, through maybe meditating or just taking some time out for yourself, maybe to be even just quiet. There's some sort of answer that could come through your intuition. Also, I think that you're like something about your divine. If you've been feeling like you've been maybe more so in your divine masculine, like, you know, maybe always on the go, always trying to go towards something, always putting like so much energy out there, trying and, you know, putting a lot of effort in action, you may come into a time of softer feminine energy. And I feel like that's more so of, you know, being able to sort of maybe take, you know, some time to relax, or yeah, like be like less in action mode. Maybe have like a little bit of a period of time of like things coming to you without so much effort. Like maybe you're starting to attract things more. I feel like something about embracing your feminine side is also very at play here. Or maybe that's something that other people are picking up on. And, you know, when I say those things like feminine and masculine, I'm not necessarily talking about gender. I see them as more so like masculine is very like action oriented. And these are like generalizations. I'm not saying like that these are definitively what masculine and feminine energies mean, but yeah, and I see the feminine energies as more of like a quiet confidence, you know, where it's like you may not have to do a whole lot, but you have this presence about you that allows things to come to you. And so maybe you're coming into a time as well where it's like you don't have to work so hard for things, and things can actually finally just easily, like with ease, come into your life. And that could be quite different for you. Especially if you've been in like, you know, your go mode for so long, or your fighting mode, or, you know, your action mode. It feels like a very positive change, and something about it feels almost like a break. But a break to take good care of yourself, a break to, yeah, maybe even just relax. Yeah, it feels like something really good is coming out of that. Okay, I'm thinking I should just move on to the next card because we have so many to clarify. And if I still have questions about that first card, I think I'll come back to it. Okay, let's just go on to the Seven of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. What surprises are in store for the collective? Please and thank you from the universe. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of cards. I didn't realize how many came out. But it might be telling me a story. Excuse me. Clarifying that Seven of Pentacles, Two of Swords came out in this direction. Oh, so some sort of a lack of growth or progress in a certain area of your life may be leaving you quite confused, or maybe you are confused because there's a lack of progress somewhere in your life. We also receive the Knight of Cups upright, Eight of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Somebody here chose themselves over love. You may have had an offer in love. Okay. So I feel like somebody came towards you with an offer of love potentially, or there was maybe a potential love interest in your life, but you decided to walk away from that person because they weren't fulfilling you, or they wouldn't fulfill you if you had a relationship with them or something. You chose yourself. You might be a little bit closed off. to new people or new love experiences. The other cards that also came out, Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. This is actually quite interesting. Because why does, okay, I'm just going to say what's coming to mind. There's this King of Wands that might be a separate energy from that Knight of Cups. And then this person's like suddenly coming in towards you as well. But I feel like you're very much in an independent sort of energy with the Nine of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles almost feels like you may have just achieved a certain sense of balance within your life, within yourself. And I almost feel like there's like a caution, a feeling of caution when it comes to other people trying to come in, because it's almost like you don't want anybody to disrupt that balance that you've achieved within your life, within yourself. It also could be that this Two of Swords could be indicating that the confusion could come out of having maybe two offers from two separate people. I think one of these you're a little bit more interested in than the other. Like this one, it feels like you're very closed off to this person in particular, this this Knight of Cups. It could be that you have a past with that person because of the Eight of Cups in the middle. So maybe they left you behind in the past and now you're like very closed off to them because of that past potentially. And then this person's like suddenly coming in and they probably have a lot of attraction for you, a lot of passion for you. I think that they really admire your individuality or your ability to be independent. Like you're very much in your power, and I think that's what this King of Wands is really into. Because the King of Wands is also very empowered. So if they find that in another person, it's like, okay, that could be the ideal partner for me. Somebody that's also just as independent as I am. This one seems like you may be a little bit more open to because of that Two of Pentacles. Maybe you're like willing to find some sort of balance between being independent and entertaining this person potentially. This is all clarifying the Seven of Pentacles as well. So I almost feel like if this is related to love, I mean, it does feel like there is romance, definitely. Maybe your love life hasn't been growing for some time, or you haven't seen a lot of progress in your love life. Maybe you've been very patient with your love life and you feel like that hasn't been paying off for you. And I almost feel like when you're stuck in your head about your lack of progress, or, you know, yeah, lack of progress more or less, suddenly two people come out of the woodwork, and then that could throw you off a little bit because it's like, well, where is this coming from all of a sudden? It's almost like feast or famine is what I'm getting. Like, it's like when you're looking for love, it's not there. But then it's like suddenly you're like, maybe you could even have been focusing on work instead, because there is a lot of pentacle action happening on your end of things. You may have just been focusing on work and stuff because you're like, okay, my love life is just not going anywhere. And then suddenly like people are trying to come in and like get your attention, and you're like, okay, where's this coming from? So you may find that that is your experience, where it's like you're finally like focusing on yourself, not really caring about love, and then suddenly there's people trying to come in and court you. Yeah. And I think, you know, you're gonna know best who's most compatible with you, who's not, you know, or even if you don't even care about either one of these options, like you're gonna be the one to determine that. Who knows, maybe you'll decide to, you know, completely cut off your love life and just focus on whatever you got going on that's building your success, your abundance, stability. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I really feel like somebody has an eye on you romantically. And obviously, those two people could be who this is explaining. But the page is indicating to me that one of these people is new to you. At least one of them. I would say just one of them, though, because of the Eight of Cups we saw, I think there's a past with one of them, and there's not a past with the other person. So you may be way more open to the person that you don't have a past with, which makes a lot of sense, you know? Because it's like been there, done that. If it's somebody from the past, especially if they're returning after something went down, or, you know, maybe you didn't end off on the best of terms with someone. Yeah. So you might just have a hard time making a decision there, or you might just completely leave those two options behind because maybe that's just not where your energy is at right now. And you're just like, I'd rather focus on maybe my work or my creative projects or something. Also, when I was about to pick up this deck, the Ten of Wands fell out the bottom. So I feel like this Page of Cups could be indicating somebody that's had their eye on you romantically for quite some time, and there's been maybe a buildup of attraction, a buildup of things that they would like to communicate to you potentially, but they haven't. And so maybe that's like a big driving force for somebody here that wants to come towards you, is like an expression of what has been building for quite some time. Okay, so let's go to the Three of Pentacles, please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for the Three of Pentacles, please and thank you, as to what is the next surprise for the collective? No, that's like a whole stack. I'm not taking all of this. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so clarifying that Three of Pentacles, we have the Lover's card coming out in this direction. Okay. And then Magician upright. And then the Three of Swords came out in this direction. And the Nine of Wands upright. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. So working with others, because that's kind of what this Three of Pentacles is indicating. You working with others, collaborating with others, building with others. I want to say that the Lover's card coming out like that, I want to say that that could be somebody's driving force to want to work with you or collaborate or build with you. Could definitely be romantic, but not necessarily. You and or this person could be manifesting coming together. Like maybe the two of you make ideal co-workers or, you know, romantic partners. And maybe the both of you have been trying to manifest a collaboration for some time or building with each other. With the Three of Swords coming out like that, and also combined with the Nine of Wands, somebody here is very closed off to this collaboration or working together because of their past pains and hurts, especially involving the heart or, yeah, like passions, or could have made you feel like more insecure, like the way in which you think of yourself could have messed with that. If this is your energy of being closed off. But it feels like something about this is meant to happen with the Lover's card coming out like that. Like almost like the universe really wants to kind of maybe push the two of you together. Because it's like you both could probably create a lot of magic here with that Magician card. Like this could be a very beautiful collaboration or relationship, you know? Whatever it happens to be for you specifically. But it's like fear of the past is blocking it potentially. Like, even though it's like meant to be and it's quite beautiful, good things could come out as a result of this, there's a lot of hesitance and feeling blocked off to it. I don't necessarily see this as an ex that wants to collaborate or whatever, or somebody from your past like that, but I think it's maybe other people from your past that is painting this idea in a bad light. Like, your fear of the past repeating itself could be closing you off to it. And maybe that even is showing, or because of that, maybe you're not seeing how successful this could be. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck again. I feel like you have like a spark inside of you when it comes to this person. Like, maybe you know that you're supposed to work with them, or maybe you know that you're supposed to like come together with them, like through your intuition. Or maybe there's just something about this person that just keeps drawing you back. Like, it feels like, I honestly am even getting that maybe Spirit's trying to speak to you through your intuition to maybe try to comfort you that the past is not going to repeat itself. This is divinely meant for you. This is on your path. And maybe this could even open doors for you as well. Doors towards your manifestations. I almost feel like, but you have to realize that it's meant for you, or that this is what Spirit wants, you know? You to collaborate with this person or come together with this person in some way. You may just be really encouraged by Spirit as well to kind of analyze, why am I so closed off to this person? Why am I so afraid of this person? Especially if this person wasn't the one to hurt you. And so maybe you're even noticing, like, maybe this is you speaking, you know, I don't want to project my past onto somebody that is not my past, you know? So it's like, I almost feel like this sense of awareness that this is going on. I don't think you're not, like, I feel like you're very self-aware, so I think you realize that you're closed off to this person, but maybe you're realizing, like, oh, it's probably because of my past or my traumas or something, and may not actually be related to this person. Yeah. Okay, let's go into the Two of Cups now. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you got for surprises coming towards the collective? Surprises from the universe coming towards the collective. Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see what that is. Oh my goodness. Craziness. This is a little crazy. Okay. Okay. Clarifying that Two of Cups, we have the Two of Wands, Temperance card, Eight of Wands. Also, bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. Okay. Okay. Wowza. Somebody really wants you. This could be somebody that's actually quite accomplished, but it's like they feel incomplete without you. And so they're making plans to come towards you, I feel like. Like, it feels like the only thing that they're missing in their life is you. Why is that? I feel like they definitely want to communicate something like that to you. This could all happen. Oh, well, this could all happen. I mean the Temperance card, because there's something about healing going on with this as well. This could be a very healing connection for the both of you. Or maybe the connection between the two of you needs to be healed. I'm not really picking up X vibes, so I don't think it's anything super crazy. It might just be miscommunication, or maybe a period of silence that they need to make up for or something. Like, it could be just something kind of small that needs to be healed between the two of you, but it feels very positive. Like, all of this feels super positive. This person really wants to talk to you in some way about that. Yeah, the Two of Cups, this is all clarifying. And that's usually like a very equal partnership, very equal give and take. Could be somebody that you're mutually attracted to and mutually romantically interested in. If you two haven't really gotten to that point yet, it's like, okay, this person has at least piqued my interest. Maybe you both kind of see a good potential between the two of you. Also, it's funny that it's the Two of Cups and then the first card to come out to clarify that Two of Cups is the Two of Wands. There could be something about repeating twos. I also saw repeating threes earlier, so something about those two numbers potentially could be important. And also, I really like that the Two of Cups is clarified by the Temperance card because there's there's two cups in this image, and so I feel like that could even be representing the two of you. Each of you is symbolized by a cup coming together and doing this beautiful back and forth, equal give and take. But through that process, it's incredibly healing for the both of you. And when I see those angels, it really gives me like the divine wants this to happen for you, or maybe the divine is pulling, pushing you towards one another. I feel like this person knows exactly what they want to say to you and how they want to say it. Like, I feel like there's something so clear. Maybe even somebody's coming to this realization. Maybe they didn't see you as a soulmate before, but suddenly they've had an awakening to this connection or something. Like, it feels like their mind is very organized and they know clearly what they want. Like, I almost feel like it's just like a straight shot, or like it's like just, I don't know. Like, it's just obvious, straightforward. Like, obviously, this is what I want. And I want us to come together to create healing. I want us to come together to share love. And so I'm going to communicate that to you. With the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, this could be somebody that believes that the two of you have a past life together. There could be like an inner child sort of connection where you're both kind of tapping into your inner children. Maybe you're having good times with one another. Like maybe those like, you know, youthful good times, not spicy good times. I mean, not that that has to be, you know, it doesn't have to be just like innocent fun. I mean, but it's almost like the two of you can have a lot of fun in that sort of childlike wonder sort of way. Maybe you bring out this person's inner child. Maybe this person brings out your inner child. Maybe both. And, you know, the fact that this boy is giving to the other child, I feel like there is something about giving to you, sharing love with you, sharing feelings with you. I almost feel like this person who kind of wants to make an impression with you as well. There could be a literal gift of some sort. But it could also just be an expression of feelings. There definitely could be flowers involved because there's flowers in the Six of Cups, and then the Two of Cups that we're clarifying has flowers as well. Something about this person really wants to make a good impression on you if they're coming towards you to share their feelings. Also, that could be relatively soon. Like the Eight of Wands is a fast incoming communication. Yeah. Okay, let's go into the Magician. Please and thank you, Spirit. What surprises are in store for the collective? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Magician card, please and thank you. Let's see. Okay, so clarifying the Magician, we have the Hanged Man upright. Seven of Pentacles came out in this direction. So that's interesting. Double confirmation for Seven of Pentacles because we clarified the other Seven of Pentacles earlier. Yeah, somebody was in a very uncomfortable situation. I feel like there was a lot of lacking growth in a certain situation. And I feel like, because it's like the Magician card that this is clarifying, it almost feels like that manifestation or becoming that powerful manifester could be caused by this like spiritual awakening or uncomfortable situation. Like definitely a perspective shift, and like a very significant one. And it feels like it's triggered by something that just wasn't working out, or wasn't like the way that it comes out like this, it almost feels like somebody tried to their fullest capacity to grow something, but maybe it was like stagnant. It almost feels like maybe this could be involving you or somebody you're connected to, like leaving some sort of connection behind that just no longer serves them. Maybe a work environment that no longer serves them, or just hasn't really paid off in the way that you want. But it's like that's motivating someone to step into the magician mode of manifesting, maybe, or maybe even going back in to realize what is it that you want to manifest and focusing your energy on manifesting that thing. Bottom of the deck, Hierophant. The Hierophant. Yeah, so honestly, this manifestation could be related to love. Maybe you want to manifest the person that you will eventually marry or have some sort of traditional commitment with in the future. But then there is the other side where it could be something to do with career, where it's like maybe you had a very stressful work environment and you realized it was never going to pay off, and your perspective shifted to move away from that thing. And so the Hierophant could also be indicating that maybe you're taking on a more spiritual role, career wise, or maybe something to do with your spirituality is where you would rather put that effort. Maybe you see more of a payoff when it's something that speaks to you more spiritually. Maybe that could lead to your success as well with that Magician card. Also, through going through this experience, it could also cause you to have that sort of wisdom of experience, maybe to share with others. Maybe that's something that maybe that's the career that you're manifesting. You sharing something with others, you having some sort of audience, you sharing your opinion maybe. Yeah. I feel like there's something I'm missing with that Magician though. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else with that Magician card? Please and thank you. What else with that Magician card? Please and thank you. Okay, maybe I... Please and thank you. So close to these coming out, but they don't. So maybe I got it all. Bottom of the deck now is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, somebody here. So maybe it's not even that you're like completely throwing something away, but maybe you're rather establishing boundaries. So maybe if this is an uncomfortable work environment, maybe saying that you are available only until like 5 p.m. or whenever your shift stops, and that you're not going to be doing extra work unpaid or something. Like if that's the sort of work environment you got going on, like you could be establishing boundaries. So if that's in a relationship where it's like, you know, if you don't try to make an effort in this connection, you know, I will have to leave it. Like it feels like you're taking control over a situation that made you incredibly uncomfortable and was not paying off for you. So you could be establishing boundaries with that thing, or connection or person. But also, I feel like you're very clear about what you want. And if something is not in alignment with that, you will cut it out of your life. Okay, I'll come back to that if I still feel like there's something else with that. But let's move on to the other cards, starting with that Three of Cups. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for that Three of Cups as to what surprises are coming in for the collective from the universe? Please and thank you, Spirit. Anything else regarding that Three of Cups? Thank you. Look at those. Okay, so we have, clarifying that Three of Cups, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, High Priestess, Six of Wands, Ten of Wands. Okay. Oh, bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. Also, I didn't realize earlier, double confirmation for a Magician. Also double confirmation for Seven of Swords as well. Okay. I feel like there's something you've been working on. Maybe a friendship or something about working with others potentially in a social environment or something. You're working on something and it's like you're ready to see that success. You're ready for maybe the next step, but you don't see it coming. It feels like there's very little or very slow progress, maybe within a friendship, romantic connection, or I can't remember the other thing I was going to say. Yeah, and then the other cards that came out, oh, I already showed you all the cards that came out. But with the Seven of Cups, High Priestess, there's some sort of sense of confusion or not seeing something completely clearly here. Maybe you're not sure how somebody else feels. Maybe they're not sure how you feel about something. Also, you were kind of, I want to say you were represented by this High Priestess earlier, so maybe you are very stoic, mysterious. Maybe you don't really let on what's going on inside of you very much. The Six of Wands is like success, being seen as a success, being celebrated as a success, having success in a certain area of life. But maybe with this success comes more responsibility, like a certain sense of like, you know, what is that saying from Shakespeare? Heavy is the head that wears the crown, or I want to say something like that. It's like a Shakespeare quote. Like it could be that you're maybe coming into some sort of success, but it's like more responsibilities, more stuff. Maybe you don't have as much free time or something, but it feels positive overall because you're being celebrated for this achievement. Maybe you're even celebrating yourself. It almost feels like there is a an area in which you're working on. You're ready to see the payoff, but you don't yet because it's still slow moving. And then there's like an area or a time of mystery, not seeing things quite clearly. And then success comes in. Also, there's something about, because this is all clarifying the Three of Cups. So I'm just trying to see if this, it could be somebody like that is in your friendship group or somebody that wants to or is being friends before a relationship. So maybe it has something to do with that. Suddenly, maybe a relationship takes off and you're like, oh, geez, wow. But then that Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is such an interesting energy. It feels, well, this storyline seems pretty straightforward. Well, maybe this success comes as a result of you collaborating with others, socializing with others, networking. Maybe your friends help you obtain some sort of sense or some sort of success, maybe. Something is weird though. With the Ten of Wands at the end, and then the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it feels like something is heavier than it should be, it feels like. Or maybe it's just overwhelming with that Ten of Wands. Maybe while you're being celebrated, there's somebody in the background that may wear a mask around you pretending to be happy for you, but they're secretly not happy for you. And also with that Ten of Wands, maybe it's like, say you have an overnight success or you're suddenly famous or something like that. You could feel a sense of burden because you know that people are going to be maybe jealous of that sudden status move. Like, now that you have more status, more respect or fame or whatever it is, it's like, yeah, it's like it should be happier than it is. But it's like, maybe it's the people around you that make it feel like, oh, you owe me stuff now that you're successful, or, you know, maybe you can feel people hating in the background and you're just like there's no need to be hating on my blessings because I'll share them with everyone. But unfortunately, some people just don't see that way. I want to say trust your intuition if you are feeling like there's somebody sneaky in the background. Like if you're getting a vibe from one of your friends that somebody may be jealous or whatever, you know, take some, you know, take a step back from that person if need be, or maybe completely separate from that person if you can, or if you would like to. I want to see what's underneath the Seven of Swords. The Moon. Mystery. There's something very heavy about mystery with this this part of the reading. Because we have the Seven of Cups, High Priestess, the Moon. Like all of those have something to do with mystery or something not being seen, or something hidden, or illusions. This could also maybe even be a fear. Maybe you're afraid of people betraying you or doing something sneaky behind your back. Could be paranoia, because the Moon card can indicate fear. And it's like the fear of not knowing, or the fear of what is in the dark that you don't see, that may eventually come to light. So there could be a possibility that maybe nobody's really trying to sabotage you. Maybe nobody's really trying to be sneaky, but maybe that's a fear that you have, rather. I want to clarify this Ten of Wands because something about it is like screaming to me. Yeah, please and thank you, Spirit. Ten of Wands clarification, please and thank you. Okay, that's way too many. Just like one or two cards for the Ten of Wands, please and thank you. Okay, I'll take that one. King of Swords clarifies that Ten of Wands. So there could be somebody in your life that is making this celebration, or what should be a celebration, a little bit more difficult for you. I almost am even feeling like the fear of disappointing someone could be weighing heavily on you. Like, it's almost like if you do achieve success or something, you're like afraid of the fall. You know, if that suddenly stops and you fall off. Like, I almost feel like, yeah, maybe you just don't want to disappoint the people that are really important to you or something. The King of Swords could be indicating maybe that's the person in your friend group that you may have some sort of feeling that they are jealous, or maybe they expect a lot from you. This could be a position that a lot is expected of you. Maybe this is a boss. And so maybe you're just like overwhelmed by all of the responsibilities, all of the tasks that is suddenly put on your plate. The Moon card at the bottom of the deck. Again, it's like that fear. What is in the dark, what you don't see, could cause a lot of fear. What are you trying to tell us with that King of Swords? Please and thank you, Spirit. What is this King of Swords all about? Please and thank you. King of Swords, clarification. Please and thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So, clarifying that King of Swords. The Fool in the reverse came out. Could be speaking about fear of a new beginning. Honestly, like when I see the Fool card upright, it's usually somebody of like pure intentions. You know, very like, yeah, pure intentions is like a big message I get with the Fool card when it's upright. But in the reverse, maybe there's not so pure intentions with something going on here with this King of Swords, potentially. The Moon card is at the bottom of the deck again. There's something really significant about the Moon card. This could be triggering your emotions, your fears. Yeah, actually, let me see what's underneath this Moon card. 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like you are coming into success, but there's something else going on with that. Something to do with fear, something about the unknown. The Fool card in the reverse, yeah. Okay. I'm going to clarify that Fool card in the reverse. Please and thank you, Spirit. Fool card in the reverse, clarification, please and thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. Clarification for that. Okay, now it's all making sense. Yeah. This is weird, dude. Something's not right. Again, Moon card at the bottom of the deck. This is just so interesting because if this is somebody toxic, why didn't they come out in the reverse? Oh, okay. You know what? I don't think that it is a boss. I think that this could definitely be somebody in your friend group that maybe they are kind of jealous with that Fool card. Maybe you have a new beginning that you're going into and maybe you're very excited, very enthusiastic about it. But maybe somebody that's attached to you doesn't like that you have that new beginning, may resent you for that new beginning. Maybe they want that new beginning for themselves. Maybe they want to kind of steal that away from you, which obviously that's not how blessings work. You can't really steal them away from another person if it's not meant for you, you know? But maybe in this person's mind, it's like, I almost feel like they could want to sabotage you with that Five of Swords. It's a bullying energy. I don't like the Five of Swords. Also, it could be somebody that's realizing that they're losing their control over you because of a new beginning. And maybe that's why they don't like this new beginning that you're going through. And it does feel, yeah, because this is all there clarifying the Three of Cups. So I think that there could be somebody in your friendship group that is actually not so nice or kind of jealous or spiteful even. Maybe it's even an ex-friend of yours just lingering in the background. Maybe this person's watching you but you have no idea. So yeah, maybe it could be like a friend from the past or something, like an ex best friend is what I was gonna say, but like an ex-friend or something like that. Somebody that you have celebrated with in the past, but when there comes a new celebration, it's like they don't like it. Maybe this Ten of Wands is really just how that King of Swords is feeling. So it's like you may be feeling on top of the world. And it feels like it's very much your right to do that and feel that. But it's almost like it makes somebody else maybe feel bad, or maybe feel like they have to compete with you, or they have to work as hard as you. They have to do things exactly the way you did or something. Like it feels like your success puts more of a burden on somebody else. So maybe they're almost afraid of being compared to you. And maybe there's a lot of pressure now to kind of achieve your level of success. I'm gonna just see if there's another or a different card underneath now. Nope, still the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you probably are going to be coming into a large amount of success. And that, unfortunately, I think is going to make, maybe it's going to highlight it for you. Like who is jealous of you and who is not. Because maybe you don't know now, but maybe it will become obvious later. And I think that, especially if somebody's embodying the Five of Swords energy, you're going to be able to tell that they're a hater, or that they're just malicious, or like this is somebody that really likes taking away power from other people or making them feel bad, or it could be anything like that along those lines. So I feel like you're gonna see that person's true self eventually, because it's like I almost feel like they can't even hide it very well. Yeah, it could be that like maybe they just straight up refuse to celebrate your accomplishments or something. I don't know. Kind of sad that is how somebody feels about your own success. I mean, it could be maybe even a family member. They're afraid of being compared to you, like a sibling or cousin. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I think that's what it's trying to say. That maybe somebody like you don't see could be hating, but it's like gonna eventually come to light, it feels like. Okay, let's go on to the Death card. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you got for the collective for new surprises on the horizon for the collective? Thank you. Let's see. Oh, goodness gravy. Okay, clarifying the Death card, we have Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Something is transforming. You've been fighting for somebody or fighting to maybe get the attention of somebody. But this may be quickly changing for you. It also could be vice versa. Maybe somebody's really trying really hard to get your attention. But it's like the tables are about to turn because this is clarifying the Death card. Also, Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Something about maybe divine timing is right for something. Something to change here. for the better. Maybe you need to feel like a shift or a change in the energy or something. Could be a change of the energy in general. Maybe like astrology wise, maybe you're going to be coming out of a time of fighting for something, and it will instead be fighting for you, or it will come to you with more ease. Yeah, I'm gonna actually clarify that Seven of Wands, because it's like, what is this? Yeah, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Seven of Wands clarification for the collective. Please and thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. What is that? I'm trying to say no. Don't need a whole stack. Just like maybe one or two cards. Please and thank you, Spirit, for the Seven of Wands. Please and thank you. Okay, I'll take those. Okay. So, clarifying that Seven of Wands, we have Seven of Swords, double sevens, Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles. So, someone that you thought was sneaky, maybe trying to come towards you in a love offer, and they want to start building with you. They will have like their little pentacle to offer you, like, let's build something together. But you may not trust them because of the Seven of Swords. Also, maybe you felt like you were putting a lot of effort into a situation, but the other person wasn't doing the same kind of effort. And maybe as a result of that, you thought that that person was being sneaky, but maybe that wasn't necessarily what was going on. Also, oh, I see now. You could have been standoffish with somebody. I'm getting maybe this King of Pentacles. Maybe you had a little bit of a feeling of being very standoffish with them because you didn't trust them. Maybe you thought that they were being sneaky, doing something behind the scenes that was sketchy. But I almost feel like what they were doing behind the scenes was trying to figure out a way to come towards you to share their cup of love with you. Maybe this is like the conversation that the two of you have. Like, maybe this person comes towards you to kind of express that they want to build with you and that they see you as a true equal partner. Maybe you think of this person being slightly immature. Okay. Also, bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. Maybe the two of you could build something quite beautiful. I started to pick up the deck, and then the Five of Pentacles fell out. So it's like there's like this maximum amount of abundance with the Ten of Pentacles, but then there's like almost the opposite feeling of lack with the Five of Pentacles. I almost feel like maybe the reason why you thought somebody was being sketchy was because they were keeping a distance with you or something. But maybe that was because they felt like they were, you know, nothing compared to you. Like they weren't on your level, that they were lacking where you had everything, you were abundant, and this person felt like they just weren't on your level. And so maybe they like sort of separated themselves from you. And you thought that maybe they were doing something sketchy, but it might have been something more so to do with them or their way of seeing themselves. I'm going to clarify that Seven of Swords. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you. Can you clarify that Seven of Swords for us? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Thank you. Okay. King of Cups came out in this direction. Oh, yeah, it's just so... Oh, okay, so that's what the Seven of Swords was indicating. Sometimes the Seven of Swords is simply somebody trying to hide their feelings, you know, trying to pull one over on you by hiding their feelings. I think that's exactly what it was. Somebody that just had way too many feelings for you. It was overwhelming, and it was holding them back by not expressing that depth or those feelings to you. And yeah, that's why they were embodying the Seven of Swords, was because they were trying to hide their feelings from you. And it probably was due to them feeling insecure, that they didn't express those feelings to you. But it feels like they definitely are going to be expressing their feelings now. Maybe they realize the error of their ways, like, you know, like, oh, me keeping everything inside and not expressing it is definitely ruining my chances with this person. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go on to the other Seven of Swords and start clarifying that one. Please and thank you, Spirit. Anything? Okay. There we go. Seven of Swords clarified by Six of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. So, okay. There was, yeah, that Two of Cups that we clarified earlier. We had the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And I was saying, like, how somebody might think that you had a past life together or something. Like a very strong connection. You may tap into this person's inner child. You probably make them feel safe. But I feel like you're suspicious of this person for some reason. Even though it looks very positive. It's like you're skeptical. Could be due to your own past. Again, it could just be somebody that was like hiding their feelings from you. And hiding maybe the future that they see with you. Maybe that lack of them communicating got you really caught up in your head and started to overthink this connection. A lot of anxiety. A lot of like a lack of sleep. Yeah, overthinking, it feels like. Just your mind going crazy because maybe you didn't know what this person was hiding, but I think it was simply just them hiding their feelings for you. And maybe also hiding the fact that they see you as somebody that has everything that they could want. And so it's like, what could I possibly offer this person? Or they just saw you as like way out of their league because you just like have it going on like that, you know? So maybe they were like overthinking this as well. Or they were just like, I really want to communicate this, but I also feel like maybe I shouldn't. Or maybe this person doesn't feel the same way. Or like definitely overthinking, stressing. It almost feels like this lack of communication is really what caused this stress or this skepticism, suspicion. Okay, let's go into the Six of Swords now. Please and thank you, Spirit. Six of Swords. Please and thank you. Ooh, I like it. Clarifying that Six of Swords. We have Six of Pentacles, 6, 6. There's a lot of repeating numbers in this reading. 4 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords that this is all clarifying is you coming out of a time of maybe stress or things not really looking up to a time that is full, to a place or a time that is more full of hope and opportunity. Like you're moving from one state to the other, or one place to the other, one person to the other, situation, whatever. Yes, so then the 6 of Pentacles. You're coming out of a time of maybe being the person to give. I feel like this is you coming into a time of you receiving. Like somebody definitely wants to come to you and like give you something. There's something about coming together in a way of union, potentially building with another person, having that opportunity to build something together, something that looks way brighter than your past. I don't know exactly what that's trying to indicate. I feel like either this is a new relationship that could be way better than what you've experienced in the past, or like it just looks so much better than what you've experienced in the past. You're going to be given things for once, I feel. And you're going to have a very happy union. Even celebration with another person. Like there's so much more growth that you're entering into. A time of more growth, happiness, prosperity. People giving to you for a change. Yeah, it's like maybe you're building up a sturdier foundation than you had in the past as well. Maybe this is going to be almost like an unshakable connection where the foundation is so strong that like not even an earthquake can tear this stable foundation down, or stable whatever you build on top of the foundation. Feels super positive. Like you're definitely coming into a time of being given to, and either you're celebrating things with your loved ones or you're coming into a union with somebody. And again, I feel like this sense of a balance being within that union. Like evil, yeah. Even give and take is what I was trying to say. Okay, let's go on to the devil card. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Devil card clarification. What surprises do you have in store for the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Okay, clarifying that devil card, we have the Hierophant, Eight of Swords, Moon card, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. This is interesting. Okay, so I feel like with that devil card, clarified by the Hierophant, something about toxic beliefs, potentially. Toxic beliefs, maybe about love. Coming into union with another person. Maybe you had really unhealthy viewpoints of like union or marriage or commitment with another person. It almost feels like a little bit like self-sabotage to me. Eight of Swords is like very much being up in your head, feeling stuck, feeling like you can't get out of a situation, but you actually can. The Moon card, that fear, that sense of like, I'm not actually in control, but it's like, the truth is that you don't see, is that you actually are in control of something here. Wheel of Fortune says maybe it's now the time to either realize that you have the control of a situation, the Divine also could be encouraging you to see your own strength or your own ability to get out of situations that may even seem impossible, or maybe get out of these toxic ways of thinking about relationships or things in general that you may have some sort of unhealthy viewpoints on. Could be that the Divine is trying to get you to release that. Page of Swords. There's something about curiosity here. or hesitance. Hesitance. Maybe you're hesitant to think differently about love or union, commitment. Also, maybe you have like a very strict way of looking at commitment. Or maybe you have a very strict idea of what you're looking for in another person. Maybe you have like a whole list and it's like if they don't even match, like, yeah, like if they don't match those qualities, you just write them off. And that's potentially something that they're trying to help you to see. It also could be that like you could be coming into union and it's triggering those maybe toxic ideas of relationships, toxic beliefs, or maybe you just really don't trust this person even though you have that potential for being quite committed to one another. You feel like you don't want to be in the dark when it comes to this person if like they're betraying you or if they do betray you. But I feel like that's not going to be the case. Like I don't think that anybody is really going to betray you, or at least that's not anybody's intention. And it feels like, yeah, maybe it's actually much healthier than you may think, or like the connection with that person, or it's maybe divinely meant for you, but maybe you're hesitant to accept it. You could think that a lot of people are just like toxic. I don't know exactly how to say that. Like, you know, sometimes we get into these ways of thinking where it's like, you know, say you date men, you're like, oh, you know, I've dated so many men, they're all the same. They're all toxic. They're all, I don't know, bad people. I don't know. Like whatever you've experienced in your past, you're like painting everybody with that same brush or whatever. Yeah, it's like you could just be really afraid that everybody that ever wants to come into union with you is toxic. The Hermit card at the bottom of the deck, like I feel like you're more wise than to believe something like that. It could be you realizing that maybe, you know, you're slightly toxic yourself and the way that you navigate relationships. And I think that that takes a lot of strength and a lot of, you know, removal from the ego, a lot of like wisdom to get to that place of realizing, you know what, maybe this way of thinking of relationships is kind of toxic and maybe I should work on that. Like, I don't think that it's really anything bad if you realize, like, hey, I might be thinking about people in a sort of toxic way, or I might be navigating the situation in a way that is kind of toxic. Like, I think that that shows a lot of strength if you're able to admit something like that within yourself, realize or admit those toxic tendencies or the ways in which you haven't healed quite yet. Feeling like you're out of control in a certain situation when you actually have a lot of control. And the Hermit card just keeps trying to like sneak off, and I want to see what's underneath it. The Empress. I honestly feel like I wonder if like what is it trying to say? Maybe if you don't remove yourself from the ego, take a step back, focus on what it is you truly want or want out of this situation, and through kind of that process, something about you realizing your own value, your own worthiness, your own power, confidence in yourself. I feel like you're way more capable of something than you think you are. Anything else about that Devil card, please, and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Yeah, Five of Cups came out. You have had a lot of heartbreak. Maybe you're currently healing from heartbreak. And that could maybe paint relationships in a sort of darker light. It's funny that I said darker light, and at the bottom of the deck is the Sun card. So maybe it's like that period of darkness is coming to an end. The period of feeling controlled by your past experiences is coming to an end. And you're, okay, the Sun card just popped off, star underneath. Yeah, you're coming into a time of happiness and healing. I feel like, yeah, it's something about this maybe quite drastic change. Or maybe once you release those toxic ways of thinking about relationships, you're coming into more time of happiness, more times of success. Also, the Moon card was clarifying that Devil. The Sun card at the bottom of the deck, something is being revealed. So if there is something that you've been in the dark about, or you don't know about, but you're like maybe overthinking or assuming the worst, it could be coming to light, and it could be actually something that's way more positive than you think it is. Even if you can't see it, it's like it's way more positive. Maybe something really positive is happening in the background where you can't see it, but it's about to come to light. And it could help you heal those toxic ways of thinking about relationships or whatever it is. Honestly, yeah, I feel like the universe is preparing a good amount of happiness for you, a period of time of happiness and ease. And I almost feel like it's just about leaning into that. Maybe realizing that it's okay to trust in that process, or, you know, if you've been used to the darkness and, you know, having an unlucky time for quite some time, maybe you're a little scared of things going well. Maybe it feels uncomfy for things to go too well, or well in general. I feel like you're doing exactly what you need to do in the timing that you're meant to do it. Like, I really think that you're on the right path to achieving that Sun card, you know, that happiness. And that Star card underneath the Sun card is, I think, really speaking about your success that you're coming into as well. Like, I honestly think that it's a lot of good things that are on the horizon for you from the universe. But I think, you know, every once in a while there might just be a little character that pops up every once in a while to try and get in your way or annoy you. But I don't think it's ever going to stop you from achieving this happiness and success. So anyways, I think that's what the universe has planned for you. I hope it makes sense to you. I hope that this resonated. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. If you like my readings and you'd like to see more, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you next time that I upload. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.